kids were upset. When I saw Sadiq Khan when I was in jail, I come out and I saw him because he was the shadow minister for prisons, and he was walking through. So I went up to him. I said, "All right," and he said, "Oh, I saw you just left the EDL." I said, "Yeah, I did." He goes, "Oh, I used to be friends with Maajid Nawaz." I said, "Oh yeah, when?" And guess when he was friends with Maajid Nawaz? Well, Maajid Nawaz was part of Hizb ut-Tahrir, an extremist radical Islamic organisation who want a world caliphate. Maajid Nawaz ended up being imprisoned for terrorism charges because of Hizb ut-Tahrir in Egypt. Well, when Maajid Nawaz was leading all this crazy caliphate bullshit, guess who was his friend? Sadiq Khan. Sadiq Khan told me that to my face. Okay? So when if I say Sadiq Khan is an invader to our country, I mean that he has the interests of Islam first. The first thing he did get when he got in was mayor was get rid of the cleavage on women in the posters, to start making parts of London Sharia compliant. I hear one of the things he's now talking about is women only trains and tubes. Part of the tube, when you're on the London tube, part of it will be for women only. Separating men and women. That's what all this is about. And Sadiq Khan currently screams and runs to the front of every TV he can to talk about Donald Trump. Or to talk about, not just Donald Trump. If he's not talking about Donald Trump, he's talking about mean words on the internet. Meanwhile, Sadiq Khan got into power on the promise of stopping stop and search. He went and said, we must stop the police stopping and searching people on the street because it's racist. Well, Sadiq, since you stopped the police powers, since you made it political and you made it racist to stop and try and prevent crime, the figures in London speak for themselves. Rape, violent crime, is it 50 murders in the last 2 months? A higher murder rate than New York? Knife crime? He's standing on TV now saying, we need to stop knife crime. Mate, you were the man that wanted to stop and search. London is falling, and it's because of you and your policies. You are responsible. So when I make a 2-minute rant and you cut a little bit out, like they could do with this one, when you cut a little bit out, and then I'm just getting, my point I want to get across is, this is why they've done it. This is why they've took me off Twitter, because I can't make a video like this on Twitter. I can't make my response on Twitter. So then they have everyone reading the responses, and I've read it myself today. Everyone reading about how now I'm racist. Imagine Nawaz saying I'm racist, and all these different people saying I'm racist, because I said Sadiq Khan, it's not his city. It's not your city. It's our city. It's every one of our city. London doesn't belong to you. It's our capital. It's our capital. Who do you even think he is, standing telling the most powerful man in the world, risking our special relationship with our cousins across the water, that he's not welcome in his city? Who are you to even do that? You're the mayor of London. That's what you're meant to be doing. You're meant to be making sure London's okay, which it's not. Because rape, burglary, prostitution, murder, everything is going upwards of 30% since you got in power, you absolute buffoon. You clown. That's what's going on. And the whole time, and do you know what Sadiq Khan's currently on the news blaming it on? He's blaming it on the Conservative cuts to policing. The Conservative cuts to policing. Sadiq Khan has created a hub, okay? A hate crime hub with 900 police officers. You get burgled, they don't come out. But we've got 900 police officers watching for you saying mean words on the internet. 8 people a day are currently being arrested and charged for saying words on the internet. That's his #1 priority. Sadiq Khan's #1 priority is stopping and silencing anyone who's critical of Islam. That's what's happening. You can see it. That's what every time he talks. Every time I see him talking, he's talking about hate crime or words. Words! Your biggest concern is words. You've got people being blown up across our country. You've got 500 jihadis come back. You've got 1,000 jihadi wives come back. Has anyone heard a word out of Sadiq Khan about the jihadi brides who are coming back to our country? Has anyone heard anything from him? No. But Donald Trump's a bad guy. And he don't want Donald Trump in his city. That's what it's about. And now, they don't just want to be able to do this to us. They want to be able to stop you from hearing other people's opinions about it. People being able to defend themselves, which is what it is. I've got people currently calling me a racist because I said it's not Sadiq Khan's, it's not his country. No, it's not his country. It's not. And he doesn't even care about it. He cares about Islam before he cares about his country. So I'm right in that. I'm writing that. And if you ask him the question himself, if he had a camera in front of him, if we had any journalists out there with any balls who wanted to question him on things, which they should be doing, London is falling. People are being murdered and massacred across across the capital city. Acid. Look at the acid attacks. I think London is now the highest outside of Bangladesh per capita of acid attacks. London. Now, do you know what? The biggest borough with these acid attacks is Tower Hamlets. Now, outside of London, Bangladesh was the capital and the most acid attacks in the world because Muslims seem to throw acid in people's faces and women's faces when they step out of line. Basically, that's basically what it's about. Now, Bangladesh. Now, where are the most acid attacks in London? 33% of them are in the borough of Tower Hamlets. Well, the borough of Tower Hamlets has a majority Bangladeshi community. But there's no link between that. Let me just put the picture of my kids down before I walk around. There's no link between that. There's no link at all between that. No one mentions a link. I think they blamed it on Victorians. Comical. You've got all this going on in his city. All this. That's what my rant originally was about. And does it not anger you? Does it anger you? It angers me. It proper angers me. It proper angers me when I look at our capital city. Do you know what proper angers me when I look at, there's a load of hoo-ha just come out about Enoch Powell's speech being played on the BBC. People are screaming for it to be taken down. And they're going to play it and belittle his speech. That's what they're about to do. If you currently look at London, whether you like it or not, listen to Enoch Powell's speech and then look at London. Make your own